Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I am Kim. This will be a short, slow flow Vinyasa practice with a little bit of a focus on core activation and arm strength. You will probably want a couple blocks for the practice, so gather your things and come join me on the mat. Bring yourself into a comfortable seat. Feel free to sit up on something, elevate the hips. Find a nice upright alignment through the spine. Root down through the foundation, sitting bones, pubic bone, feet, legs. Lengthen up through the spine. Find some spaciousness through the spine. Reach the crown of the head up. Close your eyes and allow yourself to arrive. This is your time, your sacred space-time for you, for your practice. There's nothing else that you need to do right now. You can get back to all that later, but for now, be here with yourself, body, mind, breath, and spirit. Take a moment to check in with yourself. Notice how you're doing today. How are you feeling mentally, physically, emotionally, energetically? Let go of all judgment. Just be curious. And as always, I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, compassionate towards yourself. Let everything relax. Let your body relax. Let your mind relax. And check in with your breath. Nice, deep, slow, steady, smooth breaths in and out through the nose. And now we'll start to move, so you can flutter the eyes open. Bring in some movement, wiggle fingers, toes. Give your shoulders a little shimmy. Maybe rock your body side to side. And then find your way onto your back. Draw the knees in towards the chest, hands to the knees or the shins. Pull the knees towards the armpits. A little happy baby modification here, and you can stick with this, or we'll take it into a happy baby. Send the feet up towards the ceiling, bend the knees, and either grab a hold of the shins or the calves or the inside or outside edges of your feet or your heels. Pull down on the feet, draw the knees down. Keep the sacrum rooting down towards the mat. You can keep it at center or gently rock yourself side to side. And then bring yourself back to center if you're rocking. And then we'll extend the legs up towards the ceiling, bring the legs together, press down through the low back. Reach your arms up, bring the palms together. And now we'll keep the right leg as it is. Begin to lower that left leg down so it's hovering above the mat. Flex both ankles, press out through the heels. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, begin to curl head, shoulders, torso up off of the mat and bring the hands outside of the right thigh. Breath or two here. And then release yourself down. Bring that left leg up to meet the right, arms reaching back up towards the ceiling. And we'll take it to the other side. Lower that right leg down so it hovers above the mat. Press out through the heels. Deep breath in. As you exhale, curl up. Bring the hands outside of the left thigh. Bring yourself down. Legs come back up. Arms and legs reaching up towards the ceiling. Let's do it one more time to each side. Lower that left leg down to hover. Deep breath in. With the exhale, curl it up. Hands come outside of that right thigh. Lower it down. Torso, head comes back down. Left leg moves back up. And then we'll take it over to the other side again. Right leg drops down to hover. Curl it up. Hands outside of that left thigh. Press out through the feet. And then bring yourself back down. Bend the knees into the chest. Now let's keep inner edges of the feet together. Bring the knees wide. Now reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Arms inside the legs. Begin to curl yourself up now. So now instead of reaching up towards the ceiling, maybe you're reaching towards the ceiling or towards the wall in front of you. Curl yourself up. Arms inside the legs. And then release yourself down. Knees back together. Hug the knees into the chest. Again, take the knees wide. Inner edges of the feet, maybe even soles of the feet will come together. Reach the hands up. And then curl head, shoulders, torso up off of the mat. Curl it in, hug in, arms inside the legs. Press out through the fingers. Release yourself down. Knees come back together. And now bring the legs up so the shins are parallel to the floor. Keep pressing down through the low back. Now we'll cross the right leg over the left, bringing your legs into an eagle legs here, but on the ground. So either you press that right foot into that left calf, maybe you wrap the right foot all the way around. Let's take arms out to the sides. Now cross the arms over the chest, right arm under the left. Wrap the arms, take the arms into your eagle wrap. Take a deep breath in, and then curl it up. Elbows and knees drawing in towards each other. Inhale, release it back out. Exhale, you curl it up. Elbows, knees draw in. Inhale as you release. And a few more times, your breath. Curl it up on the exhale. Inhale as you release back down. And then unravel the arms, unravel the legs, draw knees into your chest. Take a big breath here, let it out. And then we'll eagle wrap it the other way. So again, lift up the shins. Shins are parallel-ish to the floor. Now we wrap it the other way. This time left leg will wrap over the right. Either left foot presses into that right calf, or you wrap the foot all the way around. Arms come wide, and this time left arm wraps under. Wrap the arms, forearms, palms come together. You find your eagle wrap. Deep breath in. As you exhale, curl it up. Inhale as you release it out. Exhale again as you curl it up. Elbows, knees draw in towards each other. And then release. Couple more, your breath, your pace. And then release, draw knees back into your chest. Then for a moment, extend the legs down the mat, reach the arms up overhead. Reach it out, fingers to toes. Find a little release through the belly. And then draw knees into your chest. Find your way up. You can rock and roll yourself up if you like, or just roll over to the side. Find your way up. Grab a hold of your two blocks. So bring yourself into a seated position. Shins crossed, Blocks right underneath the hands, shoulders right alongside the hips. Press down into the hands. Begin to lift your bum up off of the floor. You can keep the feet down on the mat. Just lift the bum up, curl yourself in, and then release your bum back down to the mat. Again, press down into the hands. Begin to lift your bum up off of the mat. And then lower your bum back down. One more time. Press into the blocks. Lift up your bum. This time, if you like, maybe you play around with also lifting up the feet. Lower yourself down. Feet come down. Bum comes back down. Let's take the hands forward. Find your way into a table. Let's roll through a few rounds of cat-cow. Release the belly here. Soften the belly. Lift the tail. Draw the heart forward. And then find your cat. Round the back up. Press down into the hands. And roll it through a few more times. Your cat-cow. Bring yourself back into your table. Now we'll take it into downward dog. Tuck the toes under, press into the hands, glide the hips up and back. Walk it out here. Find your movement. What feels good to you? You can pedal out the legs, rock the hips side to side, back and forth. And crouch down, bend the knees. Tiger dog. Then glide the hips up, downward dog. Bend your knees, crouch yourself down, and then glide hips up and back. Again, crouch it down, tiger dog. And this time, as you send your hips up, send the right leg up also, three-legged dog. And release that right foot down, crouch down, tiger dog. Now send that left leg up, three-legged dog. And release that left foot down. Bend your knees, crouch down. Send the hips, right leg back up, three-legged dog. This time, bend your right knee, bring it into your chest. Begin to shift yourself forward into a plank. Shoulders come forward to the wrists. Press into your finger pads. And then send your right leg up and back again, three-legged dog. Release that foot down. Bend the knees and crouch it down. Send the left leg up. Bend that left knee, take it forward, core plank. And then send that left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Release that foot down. Walk yourself up, top of the mat. Let's take it into a forward fold. Lift your belly up off of your thighs. Hinge from the hips. Bring the belly back down to rest on the thighs. Let the head go. You can have a bigger little bend in the knees if you like. Shake out the head. Rock the hips. Bring yourself to center, hands to the hips. Press into the feet, lift the heart, come all the way up. Let's take palms together at the heart. Reach arms up. Soften the knees, fold yourself in, forward fold. Fingers to shins or thighs or the mat. Lift up the belly, lengthen out through the crown of the head. Ardha Uttanasana. Fold it back in, press into your feet. Now rise all the way back up. Palms come together overhead. Hands come back to your heart. To reach the arms up. Fold yourself back into that forward fold. Bring it halfway up to that halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana, flat back here. And then soften the knees. Plant the hands down on the mat. Step yourself back to plank. Collarbones wide, reaching out through crown of the head, out through the heels, keeping the belly lifted. Now drop your knees down, lower down pubic bone, belly, torso. Bring yourself all the way down to the mat. Hug the elbows in. Lift the heart up, baby cobra. Release it down. Send yourself back. Downward dog. Step or hop it up, top of your mat, fold it in, forward fold. Halfway lift, fold it in, press into the feet, rise all the way up, palms come together overhead, hands come back down to your heart. We'll reach the arms up again. Hinge it forward, forward fold. Now halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands down, step it back to your plank. Lower knees, lower pubic bone, belly, torso, come all the way down to the mat, hug elbows in. Lift your heart, baby cobra, or maybe if you're feeling it, you press into the hands and lift the heart a little bit higher, full cobra. Release it down, tuck the toes, press into the hands, and glide yourself up and back to your downward dog. Step or hop it up, top of your mat. Fold it back in, forward fold. Bring it halfway up, flat back. Fold in, press into the feet. Come all the way up, palms together overhead, hands down to heart. Reach the arms up. Fold yourself in. Halfway up to that flat back. Plant your hands down to the mat. Step it back to your plank. Now either drop knees down, lower down to the belly and come up through your baby cobra or your full cobra. Or if you like, we'll take it into a chaturanga, low push-up, and then into an upward dog. If you're moving into your chaturanga, roll it forward on the toes. Shoulders will come forward of the elbows. Bend, or of the wrists, bend the elbows, lower yourself down halfway-ish, keeping the shoulders above the level of the elbows. Then come onto the tops of the feet. Keep your thighs lifted and draw the heart forward for your upward dog. Tuck toes, we'll all meet it back in our downward dog. And from your downward dog, walk your hands back to meet your feet. Forward fold at the back of the mat. Hands to the hips, press into the feet, rise up. We'll take it into an eagle pose here. Soften the knees. Take weight into that left foot. Begin to roll up onto the ball of that right foot, then draw that right knee up. Hug that right knee over towards the left. Now you either bring ball of the right foot down to the mat, press the right foot into that left calf, or maybe you wrap that right foot all the way around the calf. Take the arms out to the sides. Eagle wrap the arms, right arm under. Bend the elbows. Bring the hands together. Or maybe you bring hands to rest on the opposite shoulder. Unravel the arms. Palms together overhead. Hands to heart. Let's take it to the other side. Release the arms down, soften the knees. Weight into that right foot. Begin to roll up onto the ball of the left foot. Draw that knee up towards the chest. Hug that left knee over towards the right. You find your eagle wrap with your legs. Ball of the foot down to the mat, or you wrap the foot around, or press it into that calf. Arms come wide. This time, left arm wraps under. Palms together. Unravel the arms, unravel the legs, palms together overhead. Hands come back down to the heart. Reach your arms up and then fold yourself back in, forward fold. Bend your knees, walk your hands forward, walk it back out into your downward dog. Pedal out your legs. And then walk your hands back to meet your feet again. This time turn your toes out a little bit, knees out a little bit. Begin to lower yourself down into a squat. We'll bring the palms together at the heart. Spine nice and long, tailbone reaching down, crown of the head reaching up. And then bring hands down to the mat. Bring the feet in a little bit. Roll up onto the balls of your feet. We'll take it into a little crow play here. So up on the balls of the feet, take the arms inside the knees. Reach forward with the hands, spread the fingers wide. You can either take the knees up onto the upper outer arms or up into the armpits. Reach the hands forward, spread those fingers, but give yourself a nice wide foundation here. Then begin to slowly shift yourself forward. Bring the elbows up over the wrists. You stay here, or maybe you play around with lifting 1 foot, maybe 2 feet. And slowly release the feet back down. Come into squat pose. Just roll the wrists around, a few little half circles. Shake out your hands and your fingers. And let's give it another go. Roll up onto the balls of the feet. Take the upper arms inside of the legs. Hug the knees in towards those upper arms, or tuck those knees right into your armpits. Spread the fingers nice and wide, and then you slowly begin to shift forward so that your elbows begin to shift forward and come up over the wrists. And then you stay here with feet down, toes down, or maybe you play again. Lift 1 foot, lift the other foot. Slowly release the feet down. Come back into your squat. Now let's take the back of the hands together, fingers pointing down. So a little wrist release here. And then take your hands around behind you, lower your bum down to the mat. Grab a hold of your blocks again. Take your blocks alongside the hips. So you find that cross-legged position. Press down into your blocks. And then again, begin to lift your bum up. You can keep the feet down on the mat, but lift the bum. And then lower your bum back down. Let's do it again. Press down into the hands. Begin to lift your bum up. Curl yourself in. Lower your bum back down. And then one more time for fun. Press into the blocks. Lift up your bum. Maybe this time you can lift the feet up a little bit, or maybe 1 foot, 1 toe. And then you lower yourself back down. Remove the blocks. Extend your legs down the mat. Slowly find your way down onto your back. Send the feet up. Let's take it into a happy baby. Grab a hold of the feet, or the calves or shins. And now send the feet up towards the ceiling, arms up towards the ceiling. And then begin to just shake the arms and the legs out. You can roll the wrists around. And then release your feet down. Excuse me. Extend the legs out. Arms out to the sides. And relax. Relax. Let go. Bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Come back to that intention to be gentle, patient, loving, kind, compassionate with yourself. And then slowly release the hands down. Roll yourself over to one side. And slowly press yourself back up. Bring hands together at your heart. May you feel safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. May your heart be open to love, compassion, and may you know joy. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today with love and gratitude. Namaste.